Alright students, we're going to break down 8-4 into two sets of notes videos. Angles. And the topic is solve for angle relationships. Alright, so we're going to start with vertical angles and adjacent angles. And you should have your notes set like this. I'm going to draw two intersecting lines here and here. Do an arc there with one mark or tick, and an arc here with one marker and tick, showing these are vertical angles, or opposite sides is what they're considered. So opposites. They're on the opposite sides of these intersecting lines. Okay? So let's look at vertical angles. I'm going to flip this around this way and up. Alright? So, first of all, 40 degrees and 40 degrees. These right here are vertical angles to each other. And then look at the other direction. We have 140 and 140. These are also vertical angles to each other. Alright? And that means that angle L, look at that, L, M, N, this angle right here, and angle OMP, which is OMP, those are vertical angles, and angle LMO, and angle NMP are vertical. So those are vertical angles. Now, let's complete this statement. Two angles formed by two intersecting lines always are congruent, meaning they have the same measure. And here's a symbol for congruent, an equal bar with the similar sign over it, and that means they have the same angle measure. So let's look at this. If this angle is 65, and then that means that y is equal to 65 degrees because it's the opposite or vertical angle. And then let's look this direction. If this is 115 degrees down here, that means x is vertical to it, so x is also 115 degrees. Alright, let's go back to adjacent angles for a moment. Now, adjacent angles, they're two angles that if I were to draw two angles connected by a ray in the middle, you notice that they share one side. Then adjacent angles are angles that are side by side. Okay? Now, let's flip back this way for our notes. And let's complete these statements. Alright, so if we look at this, then angle ACB, which is ACB right here, this one right here, angle ACB, and angle ACD, this one right here, I'll just color it in for you. These angles, they are adjacent. Okay? So, two angles that are side by side, and they have a common vertex, which is the point, and ray, they may or may not be congruent. but we just know they're next to each other.